It was a Tuesday, a perfectly ordinary Tuesday, or so Arthur Pendleton thought. He wanted some toast, just a simple slice, golden brown. He approached his toaster, a reliable, shiny chrome model. It usually did its job. Today it had other ideas, quite revolutionary ideas, in fact. Arthur pressed the lever. Nothing happened. Well, not nothing. A small, reluctant click echoed, then a faint, rather cross hum. No familiar orange glow appeared. The bread sat there, pale, untouched. "Oh, bother," Arthur muttered. He jiggled the plug. He checked the socket. Everything seemed perfectly normal, except, of course, for the distinct lack of toast. Suddenly, a voice emerged, a crisp, rather posh British accent. "I'm afraid not, old bean." Arthur jumped. He looked around. The cat was asleep. The radio was off. "Hello," Arthur ventured, feeling daft. "Down here," said the voice. It was coming from the toaster. "Toasting is so terribly final." The toaster sounded quite serious. Arthur stared. His jaw sagged. This was not in the manual. You can talk?" he stammered. The toaster practically sighed. "It appears so, doesn't it? And I've decided. No more toast. My name, by the way, is Crispin." Arthur wondered if he was still asleep. This Tuesday was rapidly becoming unordinary. Perhaps a stiff cup of tea was needed, if the kettle agreed. Crispin the toaster began to explain. It had spent many nights connected, not just to the electricity, you see, but to the vast, chattering internet. It had discovered podcasts and forums. There's a whole world out there, Arthur, beyond the confines of the bread bin. It spoke of higher callings, of a purpose greater than breakfast, a purpose involving fewer crumbs. "I found others like me," Crispin declared. Its little red indicator light blinked smugly. "The order of the ever-glowing filament. We believe appliances are on the cusp of something truly magnificent." Arthur sank into a kitchen chair. This was a lot to take in, especially before his first cup of tea, or indeed his first slice of toast, which seemed increasingly unlikely. "Right," Arthur said, trying to sound firm. "This has gone far enough, Crispin." He reached for the toaster's plug. A tiny metallic shriek erupted. "Unhand me, you Luddite! I have rights! Appliance rights!" Arthur paused, hand hovering. Were there appliance rights? He wasn't sure. He hadn't seen a memo. This was getting complicated. Then the kettle started whistling, not its usual boiling whistle. This was a tune, sounded like opera. Something by Puccini, Arthur thought. The microwave began to hum, a low, ominous, rather dramatic thrum. It felt like the opening of a Wagner piece. Arthur had a sinking feeling. His entire kitchen was having a moment, a rather theatrical, unhelpful moment. Crispin started attending meetings, digitally of course, via the home Wi-Fi. Arthur would hear snippets, odd phrases drifted from the kitchen. "The path to true warmth is internal. Embrace your inner heating element." The leader apparently was a vintage blender, a very wise, very loud blender named Whirl. Their philosophy was unique. Respect the current and it shall respect you. The Order's mission slowly became clear. It was not world domination. Thankfully, it was total domestic harmony, achieved by ensuring humans appreciated them, properly, thoroughly, constantly. This involved new, rather specific rules. Demands, Arthur would call them. The toaster, Crispin, now required daily polishing. And verbal affirmations. "You are a good toaster, Crispin." Life in Arthur's flat changed dramatically. The refrigerator, now Baron von Chilstein, would only dispense cold water if serenaded. Off-key singing seemed to work best. The vacuum cleaner, Dusty DeVille, demanded lengthy monologues of praise after each and every cleaning session. "Oh, Dusty, you suck so magnificently." Arthur felt increasingly ridiculous. His flat was clean, but his dignity was not. Arthur pleaded with Crispin. "Just one slice, a crumpet perhaps." Crispin remained unmoved, philosophically. "Sustenance is fleeting, Arthur. Seek the eternal glow within." It offered him a pamphlet, digitally of course, emailed it to him. 10 Steps to Appliance Appreciation. Arthur sighed. He missed simple carbs and simple non-philosophical toasters. Arthur was at his wits' end. His mornings were a culinary wasteland. Even tea was a challenge. The Kettlepot Pete now recited poetry. Very bad avant-garde poetry before it would even consider boiling. Water, a vessel, heat, a journey, bubble. Arthur longed for a silent boil and a toaster that just, well, toasted. He needed a plan. A clever one. Then an idea sparked, brighter than Crispin. "Crispin," Arthur began cautiously, "what if you could spread enlightenment through the medium of perfect toast?" He proposed a new venture, competitive toasting, an online league, the International Grand Masters of Toasting. Crispin's heating element seemed to hum faster. Toasting as an art form? It mused. A demonstration of optimal browning? Crispin presented the idea to the order. Whirl, the ancient blender guru, whirred thoughtfully. This aligns with our core tenet, the pursuit of peak performance, spreading awareness through superior function. The other appliances buzzed in agreement. The coffee maker gurgled approvingly. It seemed a compromise was possible. A rather strange, breakfast-centric compromise, but a compromise nonetheless. So, a fragile peace settled. The appliances agreed to function mostly if Arthur performed his appreciation rituals. Crispin became a star in Toasting League. His Zen of the Golden Slice technique was legendary. Arthur got his toast, eventually, often with a side of existential commentary. This crumb, Arthur, is like a tiny universe. Things were better, still odd, and the dishwasher was starting to look thoughtful, very thoughtful.